Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. Today we're going to learn the bass line to Let's Go Round Again by the Average White Band. This is the start of a new series of kind of funk and disco kind of bass lines. Done a lot of rock recently. Good to learn some different kind of tunes. You get different rhythmic challenges. Will improve you as a bass player by mastering those rhythmic challenges. I'm doing something slightly new today, trying out, and I'll see how it goes to see whether I keep it up. But the sections where I actually play the different sections of the tune in time, instead of using just a metronome as I've done on all my other videos, what I'm doing today is I've prepared little sketch tracks with Band in a Box that have just pieces of chordal information on. They have some keyboards and some guitars, just fills the sound out a bit, and you're able to hear it in context a little more. Plus, with these funk stroke disco bass lines, you need to be able to hear the 16th note pulse a little better, just to get the timing of some of the notes. And against just a metronome, that's a bit harder, but this time we've got a drum beat which has got a 16th note feel, so it should make it easier. Now, before we start the lesson with the first of those play-alongs to the sketch tracks provided by Band in a Box, if you're not a subscriber to my free monthly easy, click the link under the video, head over to my website, sign up, subscribe. There's a free song tutorial every month with video and PDF elements. You only get that if you're a subscriber. Plus you get a sequence of 4 lessons for free as a thank you for entrusting me with your email. So if you're not a member, go and do that, and when you've come back, then we'll get on with the lesson and we'll go to the intro. Okay, so you just heard the intro with the sketch Band in a Box track. It's a 10-bar pattern. We'll go through it bar by bar. The first bar is this. That's the downbeat of bar 2. So you've got open E string, F sharp at the 2nd fret of the E string, F sharp again, and then that downbeat on beat 2 is G at the 3rd fret of the E string. Okay, that second bar. So you start off on that G. Those are the notes. You've got G, and first note is G, 3rd fret of the E string. Then you've got octave of G, 5th fret of the D string. Then D, the 5th fret of the A string. Then A, 5th fret of the E string. And then that's a low B and the octave, 7th and 9th frets of the E and D strings respectively. Then we're into third bar is the same as the first bar. Just open E and F sharp at the 2nd fret. Fourth bar, you just got G and A, which is the 3rd fret and the 5th frets of the E string. Let's play those 4 bars. 2, 3, 4. Okay, the 5th bar, again, just got that pattern of E to F sharp, and the 6th bar is where you start getting into this, is starting the build towards the verse, and you've got this, which is again is just G and A, G, 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 A, and then the 7th bar and the 8th bar are in a B on A chord. It's the 7th and 8th bar. You've got B, A, B, B, A, B, B, A, B, A, B, D, B, and then that's the next chord coming in on the 9th bar. B is at the 7th fret of the E string, A is at the 5th fret of the E string, D is at the 5th fret of the A string. And then the last 2 bars, you've got A, G and B, A and G, 5th and 3rd frets of the E string, B at the 7th fret, and the order is A, G, A, G, A, G, A, G, A, B, A, and then you'd be into the the syncopated start to the verse. So go back and listen to the start of this section where I play it against the track. Those are the notes and the note locations where I'm playing it. Have a listen to the original as well to double check on the rhythms, and you'll be able to get through. Let's move on to the next section, which is the verse. Okay, you just heard the verse with the band in a box sketch track. So let's go through the notes. It's a 16-bar pattern, 2 8-bar sections, quite a lot of repetition. So the first bar is just D, 5th fret of the A string. Got to get that rhythm right though. Then the next bar is C natural, but you've got a little back to the D. It's almost like a ghost note. At the 5th fret, C natural is at the 3rd fret of the A string, of course. Third bar is B, and then the 4th bar I go to A with the first finger at the 5th fret of the E string. You've got that kind of rhythm. It's A, B, D, B, A. A's the 5th fret, B's the 7th fret there of the E strings, D at the 5th fret of the A string again, back to B at the 7th fret of the E string, back to A. The 5th bar and the 6th bar is all F sharps, the 2nd fret of the E string, and the rhythm is 2, 3, 4. Then the 7th bar is G, and then you've got an approach note on the last 8th note of that bar, which is F sharp. G is the 3rd fret of the E string, F sharp is the 2nd fret of the E string, and then the 8th bar. So I play those 4 bars, 2, 3, 4. You've got that E there, that approach note, 7th fret of the A string, which leads you back to the pattern again. First 3 bars are identical, the 9th, 10th and 11th bars are identical to the 1st, 2nd and 3rd bars. You've got D, then you've got C, with that almost ghosted note going back to the D, then B, and then you've got the 12th bar. You've got that kind of a pattern. You've got A, B, D, E, D, A, all 5th and 7th frets of either the E string or the A string. And then you're down, the last 4 bars, quite similar to the last 4 bars the first time round. F sharp again, to G, and then you've got a slightly different pattern on the last bar. You've got, so let's go from the G, you've got G, 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 A, 3rd and 5th frets of the E string, and then the last bar is B, and then you've got an 8th note on the D, before you get back to the chorus figure. D's the 5th fret again of the A string. So again, cross-reference those notes with the play along I did with the band in a box sketch track. You should be able to put the verse together. Yes, you can put in some fills as you play through the different verses in the song if you want to. Let's go and look at chorus 1, the next section, which is very similar to the intro with just some ever so minor variations. Okay, you just heard chorus 1 with the Band in a Box sketch track. Let's go through it note by note. It's very similar to the intro. Starts off with this E, F sharp. Now in that second bar, that's all identical to the first two bars in the intro, except in the second bar you've got an extra note thrown in. In the intro, we play G, D, A, B, and then the octave. But in the first chorus, G, D, A, open E string, B, and then the octave. So the first two bars. Okay, next two bars, E to F sharp again, G, just two Gs, the third fret, and then a F sharp at the second fret leads you back to the pattern. So E, F sharp, this is the 5th and 6th bars, G, G, A, B, and then that 7th bar is just B and A, 7th and 5th frets of the E string. So B, A, B, B, A, B, and then the 8th bar you've got an anticipation on the B again. So you've got B, A, B, B, D, B. Last two bars where you go down to A, you've got a slight variation on what we played in the intro. We've got A, G, A, E, G, A, G, A, B, A. And those, I'll play the last 4 bars. In fact, I'll play the last 6 bars. 2, 3, 4. Back into the verse, which second verse play identical to the first verse, and then we're going to look at chorus 2, which has got another subtle variation. Okay, chorus 2, pretty similar to preceding choruses and the intro, except there's some extra bars tacked on. We'll go through it note by note. The first 4 bars are pretty straightforward. So that's pretty similar to what we've played already. We've got E, E, F sharp, G, G, G. Then we go up to B at the 7th fret of the E string and slide down. Play a similar pattern again. E, E, F sharp, 2 Gs, and then F sharp, G, G, and then B again, and in time. Okay, 5th bar again, E to F sharp, and then we've got G, and we've got that run again, which is go from G to A and B at the 5th and 7th frets of the E string. So the first 2 bars of kind of the build towards the next section, which is the sax solo over the verse format. So you've got, that's just B and A, 7th and 5th frets. I'll play it again. And then the next bar, this will be the 8th bar. You've got a slight variation. You've got B, A, B, A, B, D, B, A and B, 5th and 7th frets again, D at the 5th fret of the A string, get the rhythm. And then it goes down to A. What you're playing is A, G, A, open E, back to G, and then a similar pattern again. But you're going back up to B this time, so you play A, G, A, A sharp, 6th fret of the E string, back to B. There's that pattern again. And again you've got similar, you're going up to D, and then the last 2 bars you're going back down to A. There's that pattern again we just played. A, G, A, E, G, and then the last bar you've got like a chromatic climb from the A up to D, but using the open A string to pedal off. So you've got 2 A's, B, 2nd fret of the A string, open A, C natural, 3rd fret of the A string, open A, C sharp, 4th fret of the A string, back to open A, and then you'd be into that pattern again, which would be under the sax solo. That's pretty much most of the song. You can put in some variations. There's a couple of little fills we're just going to have a quick look at. That'll be the next section. Okay, after the sax solo, there's a chorus, and then coming out of that chorus is chorus repeats, but they start with just claps, and there's a fill into them. What you're doing is basically playing and that E, that open E, is the downbeat of that chorus. And basically all you're doing is you're playing this pattern on B, and then you've got D to E, 5th and 7th frets of the A string, which is repeated twice, and then a stab on the open E string, and that brings the kind of the chorus where it's just vocals only, and starts off with just clap. Does that once for 8 bars, then there's another 8 bars where the drum beat comes back in, but it's only drums and vocals, and then there's a fill at the end of that, which is something like this. And what you're doing is the last 2 16th notes of the 7th bar you play A to B, 7th and 9th frets of the D string, and then the fill is just, which is 2 Ds and a B. 2 Ds at the 7th fret of the G string, B at the 9th fret of the D string, and then you'll be back into the chorus pattern and just goes round and fades out. So if you put those sections together, you should be able to get through the tune.